fans of our channel would know that I've always loved bling kits. You know, kits that has a very nice finishing with metallic and titanium finish like this Zaku here. But there are also times where I would like to build my kits to have a little bit more of a weathering effect, rusty combat, and that is my RX-78 Master Grade 1-year war version. You can see the V-fin is missing. I need to find the V-fin. But I've actually coated this kit with a flat finishing, but I still need to learn how to actually make this kit look a little bit more weathered and maybe damaged. And that is where we should have this book. This is the 3rd edition of In Combat Painting Mecha. This is sci-fi from MigJimenez.com, and there's actually 4 different builders that's actually featured in here. One by Mig Jimenez, Oishi, and another Korean builder by the name of Chui Yu, and also Luca Zampriolo, right? So as you can see, this book, I really love this book because number one, in terms of quality, this book is not like any other normal magazine. As you can see here, the bound of the book is actually a little bit different, right? You can see there's a very strong ribbon bound for string binding. It's called string binding. So that actually gives you a little bit more confidence when you're flipping through the book, you know, when you're leaning towards it. It's not like those cheap magazines where the pages will fall off. So that's one thing I really appreciate for the quality of the book that's printed by Mig Jimenez from the company of Ammo, right? So in this book, they actually teach you a lot of details step by step in terms of how to do weathering.
The techniques, the materials that they use. Bear in mind, this book is released by Mig Jimenez himself, and he has a huge store selection. As you can see here, all the materials are supplied by him, and he uses those materials to paint the weatherings and all the effects.
Yes, and here he actually teaches us the technique of how to do chipping. And I've always thought that, you know, to do the chipping effect is actually very, very difficult, but if you actually follow the step-by-step using the Mig Jimenez paint colors, acrylic colors, with the color coded as well, it is actually quite easy. I never knew that it was quite easy. And one of my favorite technique that was shared in this book as well was, of course, streaking, which is totally new to me because I'm very new in this field in terms of, you know, going through weathering other than just using the Tamiya, you know, paint colors.
We always see the basic kind of weathering where you do dry brushing, but when you look at this book, it offers a bit more information about the chipping, the streaking, making all the paint chips looks really realistic.
Yes, so I would say that, you know, if you want to learn a little bit more in depth, a little bit more details, you know, pro skill sets, they are all shared here. And what I really like as well about this book is there is also a lot of before and after videos, pictures as well. Yeah. So it gives you a very good example of what you can achieve if you follow all the set instructions that's been laid out in this book by our dear friend Mig Jimenez.
Yeah, so in this book, the features of the before and after really helps us because I mean, we are not pro in terms of weathering and things like that. So we do really like this book where you have a lot of comparisons that you can use for your reference. Of course, this is, you can't just look at the book and, hey, I'm going to do that. You're going to practice a lot.
Yes. There's no guarantee. This is just a set list of techniques and also the number of paints that you need to use for all the separate parts, and it's all beautifully laid out here for every different section of the RX-78 Mega. This is the master grade version, obviously, right? So other than building the Gundam, there's also a gun tank being built by this guy, Mr. Oishi, and also there's a Zagor and also a very cool mobile suit at the back, which I'm going to share with you very soon. But as you can see here, the way they make the paint, what you call
this? This is the tank tracks. It's amazing. What you can see here is not just only painting in a rustic look. In the next page, you will see they actually do put in some weathering or mud effects.
Yeah, so we can't show you page by page, obviously, because if you do that, you know, why would you want to buy the book? So we highly encourage you to get the book because you will want to refer to them and read through the very detailed instructions. You can't see it from this video, but when you actually read through the step-by-step instruction, it's actually very, very detailed.
Yes, all those are in English here.
Yes, it's all in English, so it's actually easily accessible to all builders everywhere, right? And the last kit that was actually featured was the most interesting one. This is from Mr. Luca Zamprioli, right? Yes, this is the fatty groundhog custom. So this is the Bottom series, and
Yes.
I really like this build because he didn't just use a weathering effect to teach us how to do the weathering effect, the rustic effect, but a lot of his customs of how you actually customize the kit is actually all listed down in this book. So you actually have to buy the book to really find out how he created his techniques and how he cut out all the separate parts, you know, the pla plates and all the different tools that he used. It is all listed out here step by step, very beautifully done.
So the books offers a lot of detailing, a lot of step-by-steps of modification from different modelers, I would say. So what do you think about this book? I mean, would you buy it?
I would say that for gunpla builders who are always referring to the Hobby Japan side, it's very difficult because everything's in Japanese, right?
Yes.
And for you, you want something in English, you get not only one builder, you actually get 4 different builders sharing their tips and tricks. They are not just sharing with you how to paint, how to make the weathered rustic look, but they've also shared their tips on how to customize the kit as well, as what we've seen from Lucas Zamperli. So definitely worth getting. This book is not very expensive as well. So this is I believe this is the older edition. Apparently there's a new edition coming out very soon, but as you can see here, I hope my Master Grade 1 Year War Gundam can look like what was designed and created by Mr. Mig Jimenez.
You're gonna redo that?
Yeah, I'm gonna redo it. I think I'm gonna start ordering some paints from Ammo as well to get those paints. So if you're keen to get this book, I would highly recommend getting this book. There's also a newer version on Sci-Fi. As you can see here, this is the Ammo Sci-Fi catalog. This one is the 2019 edition. It's only €2. It's really cheap. So I will highly recommend ordering this. I'll put the links in the video description down below. So if you're sick of just building normal kits and not doing anything about it, you want to make it a little bit more sexier, have that rustic weathered look no further. This is the book that you need to get.
Yeah. Alright, thank you for watching.
And as usual, you know the drill. Subscribe, share and like our video.